Hey guys, it's Justine here from I Should Read That, and I've been absent for a little while, so I wanted to bring you something a little bit different. As you probably know, if you've seen my last few videos, if you've seen some of my blog posts, life has been absolutely crazy between moving and job stuff and buying a home. Life has been absolutely nuts. A lot of this blogging stuff has been put on the back burner, and that has been making me really unhappy. I feel like I've been neglecting a lot of these platforms that I've been spending so much time trying to build up. So I wanted to do something a little bit different. I am going to plan my own little readathon. So Easter is coming up over the weekend. It is currently Tuesday night. Us in the UK actually have a 4-day weekend. We get Friday and Monday off. I'm not planning on doing anything for Easter. I was going to be just sitting at home. So I thought that I would do this little readathon, get some videos up for you guys, and just get through some of these books that I have accumulating. You can't see my desk right now, but I'm literally like surrounded by books. This is a readathon that I'm doing basically just for myself, but if you want to join in, then absolutely feel free. I would love to have some people doing it with me. So I'm thinking of this kind of as spring cleaning in a way. I have picked a review copy, I have picked a new book that I recently got, I've picked a book that I have had on my TBR for almost a year now, and I picked a book that came in my book subscription box. All of these books are ones that I really want to read. So the very first book that I have on the TBR for this long weekend is From Darkest Skies. This is by Sam Peters. So this is actually a review copy from Galant's, and it is the very first book in a series, and it's sort of high concept sci-fi. Essentially, my understanding is that a man loses his wife, I believe in a terrorist attack, and he decides to build an AI, not to replace her, but to sort of have another relationship. This obviously is not going to go well. So one of the reasons that this is a priority for me is because I actually got the sequel in the post this week. So I have these two books. This is not on my TBR, but this one is. I'd like to get to these both really soon, and gotta start with the first one. So next up is a book that I've had on my TBR since last May when I picked it up. Funny enough, this is actually not the copy that I originally bought. I swapped them with my sister because she got the special edition and I had the regular edition when we went to go see this author at a signing in London over the weekend. So this is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. I feel like the only person who has not read The Hate You Give yet, and it seems so ridiculous because I've wanted to read it for so long and it's such an important book and I haven't gotten to it yet. I find it highly doubtful, but if you don't know what The Hate You Give is about, it seems like everyone knows what this book is about. It is about a girl named Star who lives in a sort of poor black neighborhood, and she goes to school in a very upper-class white school. So she's living this kind of dual life. Everything comes to a head for Star when her best friend, who is a young black man, is shot by a police officer when he is unarmed. And so this event sort of throws her life into chaos. She's dealing with this horrible tragedy, but she's also dealing with how it will affect her life. This book has been hugely important. You can actually see how this book has already changed the publishing landscape for young adult books. It's so important. And I haven't read it yet, and I saw the author talk in London last week, and she was amazing, and she's so inspiring, and I need to just sit my ass down and read this book. So next up, I have a book that I recently bought and haven't gotten to yet, so this is Heart of Iron by Ashley Poston. So Ashley Poston wrote a very sweet contemporary YA book last year called Geekerella, which is essentially the story of Cinderella told through cosplayers. It's about nerd culture and this sort of Star Trek, but not really Star Trek TV show, and it was wonderful and I really loved it despite the fact that I usually just don't enjoy contemporary YA. So I was really looking forward to Heart of Iron. It is essentially Anastasia set in space, which sounds amazing. Ashley Poston is a huge nerd from what I can tell, and this is going to be her first science fiction book, and I'm really excited. I don't know much about it. It got some sort of pre-publicity hype, but I think that this has not been sold in the UK yet. I think you have to get it through its American publishers, so I haven't seen a lot in the UK about this book, so I'm really curious. I have a lot of faith in this one. I think it's going to be really good. So last but not least, if you do not want spoilers for the book that is coming in the March fairy loot box, then go ahead and skip a little bit because the next book on this list is that book. That's my spoiler disclaimer, so turn away now. So The State of Sorrow is the last book that I want to read over this weekend. It is a book I'm actually currently reading. I have the paperback that I bought when it came out. This is the exclusive Fairy Loot hardcover. I really like Melinda Salisbury's writing. I think she's a wonderful, very beautiful writer. The only thing is that I need to be in the right mood for that kind of writing. And I think I'm about 150 pages into the paperback of State of Sorrow, but I'm not quite feeling it just yet. That doesn't mean it's bad. It's not a bad book at all. It's just a book that I really need to be in the right mood for. Those are the four books that I want to read this weekend. It's a little bit ambitious. I realize I'm not going to finish them all. I might start earlier this week. I am currently reading another book that's not on this list, and I'm also in the middle of State of Sorrow and have been for about a month. So I might go ahead and start on that and sort of work my way through this TBR. But if you would like to participate in this sort of spring cleaning readathon, then definitely let me know. I'm not really planning much because, again, I'm just kind of doing this for myself. Regardless, I will most likely be vlogging through this, so I'll have a video for you guys coming up soon. So if you have read any of these books, if you're looking forward to any of these books, if they're on your TBR, then definitely let me know. I would really love to hear what you think. So that is it for this video and my triumphant return now that I'm trying to get my life in order so that I can actually do these videos a little bit more often. So definitely subscribe if you would like to see more. I definitely have more coming, and I will see you next time.